What is up everyone, Manny here, welcome back to the channel. In today's episode I want to elaborate a little bit on something I'm struggling with time and time again when I'm on a rope climbing trip, and that is holding my finger strength, or maybe even increasing my finger strength. Why explicitly on a route climbing trip? Because the problem arises to a lesser extent on bouldering trips. You probably know what I'm talking about. You have this upcoming rock climbing trip in front of you, thus you train like crazy, do all the indoor stuff, the hangboard, the campus board, in order to get as strong as you can be to pull off some hard stuff. Once you're on the trip, you're not feeling super strong at the beginning, which is a little bit disappointing considering all the hard training and preparation, but this is simply due to the fact that every area has its unique style, and you first have to get used to it. In my experience, this takes about 1 to 2 weeks. And after this period, you should be acclimatized and feel a real difference in how you move on the rock. It should feel a lot smoother and a lot more effortless compared to the beginning. Now it's time to go for the hard projects and demanding on-site and flash attempts. But in my experience, also this peak doesn't last forever. After another 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks, the performance drops again. Sometimes this is referred to as consuming your fitness. So during the phase of the trip preparation, you're essentially creating fitness, and once the trip starts, you start to consume this fitness. And while maybe not felt so much during the trip itself, it becomes extremely noticeable once you come back, attend the gym again, and touch the campus board or the hangboard, or also maybe the bouldering wall for the first time. You suddenly feel super weak. And I believe this happens essentially because of a drop in finger strength, which seems paradox at the first glance because you're climbing all the time. But the truth is that especially when route climbing on a holiday, we almost never use the full capacity of our finger strength, because this would require us to project very hard or go into super bouldery routes, both of which are not very consumer-friendly behaviors, if you know what I mean, for the average route climber, who much more likes to focus on the endurance part of things and tick off routes one after the other. And so his finger strength deteriorates as the trip goes on. But not this time, because this time I brought a portable hangboard. This handy little training device can be mounted basically on anything that can bear your body weight. So let's make some gains under the olive tree. The cool thing about this Fingerschinder, as it is called, is that although it is such a simplistic looking piece of wood basically, it offers a great diversity of training modes. You can adjust the size of the edge by removing or adding some rats, its inclination, and the overall behavior of the board by changing how the rope runs through it. I use it most of the time as a simple standard edge for one-armed hangboarding, as you guys already know it from previous videos. For this purpose I added a movable piece of rope for assistance. And that's basically how I will try to prevent a loss in finger strength. My last hangboard regimen ended right before this trip started. I had a bit of rest now, and yeah, now it's time to make some gains again. And by the way, another cool thing as I found is that you can take this board to the crag for warming up. If you are a more advanced climber, you maybe know this problem. On some crags the warm-up routes are a bit too easy to really get the machinery going, but warming up in the project would be a little bit too extreme on the other hand. In this case, a simple edge can be extremely practical. Just hold on to it for a few times with increasing intensity and the fingers are ready to crush. Finally, I want to give the guys from Fingerschinder a shout out for being so kind to send me one of their portable hangboards for free so that I could check it out and hopefully prevent a loss in my precious gains. It's a small but awesome company which helps to support local carpentry, and that's exactly the kind of stuff that I want to support, so go ahead and check them out. I'll put the link to their website in the description. And that's already it for this episode, my friends. I hope you've got something from it. If you did, please drop some likes and comments. As always, it helps a lot. And until then, cheers from under the olive tree, and I'll see you soon. Bye.